Okay, I think we can close the pounds now. So, team one, it's your direct. Please answer.
I would like to say that this is related to crossing the border by accident. On the left, Jethalal crossed the border over to Pakistan. And on the right, this is a Netflix TV series in which the actress crossed the border over to disputed areas in North Korea from South Korea.
Okay, that is correct. Yeah.
What was the scoring criteria? Can you please repeat that?
So, plus 10 and minus 5 on pounds and plus 10 for direct and bounce. So, can someone confirm the scores here?
Team 3 and Team 5 get a plus 10 on the bounce, and Team 1 gets it right on direct. So plus 10 to Team 1, 3, and 5.
Okay. Next question. Okay, given here is a pair of cleats designed by a celebrated American sneaker customizer. These are one of 4 pairs of cleats that the customizer has been tasked to come up with. The order for which was received post the conclusion of something in mid-February. The design for this particular pair is inspired from the ultimate reward in a certain field. So we need the event that happened in February and the inspiration behind these cleats. This is direct to Team 2.
Is it February of this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
For the pounds, you would require both the parts of the question, right?
Yeah, we do. Okay, we are closing the pounds since I don't think any team has bounced. So, Team 2, you can answer.
Yeah, so I think the event is Super Bowl, and maybe the inspiration may be the most expensive cleats ever made to just break the record that was held before.
Would you like to improve on the second part? Or
So yeah, inspiration maybe that it was made of maybe precious materials or minerals. Like
okay,
that.
passing to Team 3.
Don't know.
Sorry. Team 3, did they say something? Okay. Passing to
Will
Team.
the question be passed to us?
I'm sorry. Is it just me or is the voice breaking for everyone?
Yeah,
it's
couldn't hear
breaking
you.
for, yeah.
So, Team 4.
Yeah, so I had a doubt. When you say ultimate reward in a certain period, is it related to the first context, or as in whatever happened in February, or is it something different?
It is related to some the context
First
for
part itself, right? Okay.
the mid-February part, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say the Super Bowl and so this And the second part is essentially the Super Bowl trophy, silver, and it looks like the material is similar to what the Super Bowl trophy is made of.
Suljit, is that good enough or
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
Okay,
good enough.
that's cool. Okay, yeah, it is correct.
So, is there any partial marking for the question?
Part marks.
Because I answered Super Bowl.
I mean, we do
Yeah,
have.
you'll get part points for Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
+5 for that.
Okay. Next question. I think since team 4 answered, this is team 5's direct, right? The next question. Okay, so a well-documented friendship, which has also been portrayed on screen in a 2016 French movie, started off during their school days. Coming from contrasting backgrounds, the artist would save the author from bullying multiple times. When the latter wanted to thank him, he presented the artist with something which has since then featured extensively and repetitively in his work. The author, who is most fondly remembered for his open letter, which left an entire nation divided, wrote a masterpiece which is alleged to have irreparably broken their friendship. So, what was the gift, which was also featured in a lot of his work, and identify the author?
Pounce is open. Closing Pounce in 5.
Okay, yeah, I think the bounce is closed. Yeah, and no team has bounced for this one as well. Can someone confirm? No one has bounced, right?
Nah, no team bounced.
Okay, so team 5, go ahead.
I'll say the author is Emile Zola and the artist is Paul Cézanne. I'll pass for the first part.
Okay. Passing to team 6. Team 6.
Yeah, we are passing.
Team 7.
For the first part, I guess a flower, and for the second, I guess Agnes Varda.
Okay, passing to team 1.
I'm passing.
Passing to team 2.
Pass.
Team 3.
Pass.
Team 4.
Yes, Zola for the author, and the gift I'll say the artist I'll say is Matisse, and there was this spot-like thing that used to appear in each of his paintings. Essentially, a pot was the gift.
A what? Sorry, can you repeat?
A pot of sorts, pot-like thing used to appear in his paintings, Matisse's paintings.
Okay, that is not quite correct. So since none of the teams answered it,
Part points for team 4 though, like they gave Zola. So.
yeah. I mean, okay.
Team 5 said Zola first.
We can show the answer, yeah. So, can someone confirm the scores? Team
Team
5.
5 को 5 points मिलेंगे.
Yeah. So, okay, cool.
Plus 5 to Team 5, right?
Yeah. Okay, next question. This is direct for team 6. So yeah, when Nike was looking for inspirations for the city edition jerseys for an NBA team from the Eastern Conference, it decided to pay homage to the city's rich history of art and music. The two people who were selected for this were notorious for having challenged the existing status quo in their own ways. One of these jerseys, inspired by a young king, led people to refer to these as dash, a portmanteau of the name of this inspiration and the sport in question. The other city legend, himself a big figure in a different industry, was paid a tribute to by referring to an iconic neighborhood that has been home to famous names from various fields. So we need you to identify the team which is paying homage, and we need you to fill in the blanks, and the other person, the the other city legend. So 3 parts. It's from the Eastern Conference, not Easter Conference. That's a typo, sorry. Pounds is open.
Are the blanks indicative of the number of letters?
Yeah, they are. Can you can Sujit
Yes,
confirm?
the blanks are.
Okay. So pounds closing in 10. Pounds closed. So again, I don't think any teams bounced this time. So team 6, go ahead. Team 6. Team 6, can you please unmute? Team 6, this is the last call if you guys don't.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. Team 7.
Pass as well.
Team 1.
So we'll go with the city being New York and the team being Brooklyn Nets. And then for the first part, I'll go with Jean Marie Baskets, and the second one being Biggie Smalls or someone like that.
Okay. Team 1.
Yeah, I just answered.
Sorry, team 2.
Just a second. What was the answer for the second part, team 1?
I answered Jean Marie Baskets instead of Busquets.
Could you improve upon that? Like we're looking for a single word, a portmanteau of the name of the inspiration in the score. So if you could improve on your answer for the second part.
Basketball, as in the name basket and ball.
All right. Yeah, this fetches you the full points on this question. This is Brooklyn Nets, basketball, and Notorious B.I.G. So plus 10 to team 1 on this question.
Nice. Okay. So the next question would be a direct for team 2. Yeah. When this painting was initially exhibited a little over 150 years back, it shocked a lot of people owing to the choice of subject for the painting. Having been made 15 years after a landmark decision in a country, the neglect of a key element in the painting was reflective of the general sensibilities of the time. As part of a series which aimed to acknowledge these neglected elements in famous paintings, the museum which houses the painting made a temporary decision to acknowledge their significance. So, identify the painting and what was the landmark decision and what was the change made to acknowledge the significance. Pounds open. Yeah, pounds closing in 10. Pounds closed. Okay, none of the teams bounced, so team 2 go ahead.
So painting maybe Washington crossing the Delaware.
And for the other parts,
I'll pass on that.
okay, team 3.
Um, so so the painting is Olympia, and the model that was there was a prostitute, and they didn't pay attention to the models.
Okay, passing to team 4.
So painting is Manet's Olympia. The neglected part. So basically, there's a black woman in the background of the painting. So the neglected elements are black people, and the museum essentially uh, hosted an exhibition of sorts to that focused on these neglected elements in the famous paintings. And landmark decision would be yes, slavery was abolished.
Can you repeat the third part, the change made?
Uh, they somehow highlighted black people in famous paintings.
Okay, passing to team 5.
I'll go with Washington crossing the Delaware for the painting. The landmark decision being a woman being given the right to vote, and the change probably all the characters of the painting being women.
Passing to team 6.
Yeah, okay. We are guessing the painting is Olympia. Landmark decision is, of course, abolishment of slavery. Wild guess. Yeah, that's
And for the third part?
Yeah, the changes has made that they acknowledged the and highlighted the black characters or whatever in the painting. They highlighted and made it in the front of the painting. That's our guess.
Okay. Passing to team 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that the painting is Olympia as well, but I would say that the landmark and the character in focus was a prostitute, and the character landmark decision maybe was the change in prostitution laws during France. And I would say the change would be that how common prostitution was in 19th century France towards the later end, maybe.
Okay. This was team 2's direct, right? So passing to team 1.
So the painting will be Olympia. The landmark decision will be abolishing slavery, and the change might be that the painting was renamed from Olympia into something that highlighted the black character in the background.
Okay. Sujit, can you?
Yeah, I think we have completed the round. So team 3 was the first to say Olympia. So they get a +3 on this. Scorers. Team 3 gets a +3. This is indeed managed. We'll go to the answer side as well. This is managed Olympia. Team 4 gave us managed Olympia, abolition of slavery in France, and they gave the general funda. We're looking, although specifically for the name of the maid in the question, but we'll award you 8 points for this, right? So team 3 gets a +3 and team 4 gets a +3. No other team gets points on this. Scorers, are we clear with the scoring? +3 to team 3. And,
Like giving the funda of name being changed to the black character won't work.
yeah, we are looking for the name of the maid, but you gave the funda, so you get a +2 for that.
So I'm
no, team 4 already said that first, so we can't really give you
right.
points for sure. Yeah, that's the scoring on this. Next question will be a direct to team 5.
It's a direct to
Team 5.
team 5. Okay, cool. Yes. So there's a clip in the next slide. So just identify which monument is like which monument's replica is used in the video, and you have to give the reason why the video wasn't shot in the actual monument. So I think you can go to the next slide and play the video.
You need something extremely specific for the second part.
Go back to the question slide once.
Yeah, just go back to the question. I mean, we do need a specific funda why it wasn't shot in the actual monument.
Whose direct is this?
This is Team 5's direct.
Isn't it our direct for team 6?
I think Team 4 answered last time, right? So, like with the closest answer was Team 4.
Team 3 is
4 will bounce.
Team 1 is also counted.
Okay.
Could you show the video again?
Team 2, is that your final answer? We are looking for two parts.
Yeah, I'm writing the second one.
I received all bounces. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and Team 4. I think we can go to the direct.
Yes. Okay. So team 5, please go ahead.
I'll pass.
Okay. Team 6.
Monument, I guess, is Qutub Minar, and reason, just for the sake of the guess. Okay, someone accidentally died uh, from the top of the Qutub Minar, and that's why they didn't got the permission. That's our guess.
Okay. Passing to team 7.
I'll pass.
I think the rest of the teams bounced. So we can reveal the answer. So this is what we needed for the reason.
So, I think team 1 gets a -5. Team 2 gets a -5. Team 3 also gets a -5, and Team 4 also gets a -5. So all teams which bounce get a -5. But it was Team 6 which said Qutub Minar first. So Team 6 gets a +5. So -5 to Team 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a +5 to Team 6.
Okay. This will be a direct to team 5, okay, team 6, team 7. This will be a direct to team 7. Okay. So there's a clip in this question as well. So it is from Euphoria, and a specific frame here is said to be inspired from a painting. Another painting by this witty painter has also been recreated on the same show. In early 20th century, because of fears over suspected espionage, many European countries put up a ban on all foreign art forms, which resulted in artists using hyper-expressive elements in their work to show the desires of that era. So we need you to identify the painting and the painter. So can you show the clip? That bounces
Who's
open.
direct?
This is Team 7's direct.
4 will pass.
Team 5 will bounce it.
Okay. Pounds closing in 5.
Team 2 will pounce as well.
Pounds closed. So we'll just wait for you guys to write your answers.
Received all pound.
Okay. So the team 7, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know the painting, but for the painter, I'll use Salvador Dali.
Okay, passing to team 1.
You're passing.
Team 2 bounced. Team 3.
The painter Edward Hopper, not sure about.
And the painter.
We tried for the painter, that's Edward Hopper. Not sure about the painting.
Okay. Passing to team 4 pounds, team 5 pounds, team 6.
The painter might be Jackson Pollock, just wild guess.
Okay, so I think it was team 7's direct. I think we can reveal the answer now. Yeah, can someone give the scores?
Yeah. Plus 10 to team 2, 4 and 5 on the pounds.
Okay. Well, so I think the next would be direct to team 1. Okay. So one of the final paintings done by this artist, this triptych painting of his reflects India's nationhood, spirituality, and activism. Coincidentally enough, his short filmography ended with a film, which, though not based around the same concept, shares the same title as the painting, which is preceded by the name of the muse that helps the lead character cope with his writer's block. Identify the artist and the painting. Oh, this is direct to team 1. Pounds open. Pounds closing in 5.
I'll pounce. Team 7 will pounce. Previous.
Okay, pounds closed. Team 7, please write in your answer.
Yeah, received team 7.
Okay, team 1, go ahead.
So the artist might be Satyajit Ray. I have nothing for the paint.
Okay, passing to team 2.
Pass.
Passing to team 3.
We'll pass.
Team 4.
Guessing MF Hussain for the artist and painting is the one that depicts Mother Teresa. And then what the-
We need the specific name of the painting.
Yeah, passing.
Okay. Team 5,
Pass.
Team 6. Team 6.
Okay, our guess is also well. We could find. So artist is M.F. Hussain and painting maybe. Oh, well, no guess.
Yes, okay. So team 7 pounds. So I think we can show the answer. Plus, okay. So plus 10 to team 7 on pounds and plus 5 to team 4 for getting MF Hussain. This is the tale of 3 cities. I think now before the second round we can do a score check. Devika or someone do a score check?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Just
Okay, so team 1 is at 15 points, team 2 is at 10 points, team 3 is at 8 points, team 4 is at 28 points, team 5 is at 25 points, and team 6 is at 5 points. And team 7 is at 10 points.
okay. Does any team have any questions or problems? Okay, I think we can move on to the next round and Yashasvi, you can take over.
Yes, thank you, Tracy. So I'll be taking over from here. So question number 9 goes as follows. This comic book character made his debut in the early 1980s. Unlike other characters in the magazine, this character was not originally conceptualized by the creators of the same. He grew out of 3 stories sent to the magazine by a certain artist. The character also inspired a protagonist in a film made in India. So you have to identify the character that has been talked about in the question. Pounce is open now. Okay, closing Pounce in 5. All right, so Pounce is closed now. Seeing I don't think any of the teams have bounced. So this is a direct for team 7.
Yeah, I'll
Team
pass.
7.
I'll pass.
All right, on to team 1.
Is this
Just a minute. This will pass to team 6. We're going anti-clockwise in this one. So pass to team 6.
All right, my bad. Team 6. Team 6.
Yeah, our guess is Tintin, but Tintin.
I'm afraid that's wrong. On to team 5.
I'll go with Deadpool.
Passing on to team 4.
Black Panther.
I'm sorry, passing on to team 3.
Deadpool is also there.
I'm afraid that's wrong. Passing on to team 2.
Rogue.
Passing on to team 1.
is this Krish?
All right, so we're done with With this round, I think we can reveal the answer now. The answer is Supandi. None of the teams got it correct. So next question will be direct for Team 6. Question number 10. Described as a cantankerous, that is not a good-tempered British chap, in his late 80s or 90s. His biography and a press brief stated that he began his career minding the tea cart at Shepperton Studios in the 1930s. This UK native eventually moved into the editing department and remains widely admired in the film industry for his impeccable grooming, and is the world's foremost collector of Margaret Thatcher nudes, many of them drawn from life. He was nominated for 2 Academy Awards for the best editing, and he was also included in Entertainment Weekly's list of the smartest people in Hollywood. Later, it was revealed that he is a figment of the imagination of the American filmmakers. You have to identify the person. Direct for Team 6. Pounce is now open. Pounce closing in 5. All right, Pounce is closed. None of the teams have pounced yet again. So this is direct for Team 6. Team
Pass.
6. All right. Moving on to Team 5.
I'll pass, sir.
Team 4.
Passing.
Team 3.
Pass.
Team 2.
Joel Cox.
Um, Passing on to Team 1.
Pass.
Team 7.
Is it Donald Kaufman?
All right, we can reveal the answer now. So the answer is Roderick James. The Screen Actors Guild membership rules don't allow 2 co-credited editors on the same film. So the Coen brothers had to come up with an imaginary name, and Roderick James was nominated for an Oscar for Fargo in 1996 and No Country for Old Men in 2008. So I'm afraid none of the teams got the answer correct. Moving on to the next question. This is a direct for Team 5. Question number 11. This 19th century Russian virtuoso and composer is known for his pieces and concertos for one of the most popular instruments in the world. While being well respected for his work, he has been pretty infamous for one of his physical traits that not many musicians possess naturally, which let him play a large variety of notes. So you have to guess the name of the composer and the trait that he possessed that enabled him to play this large variety of notes. Pounce is open now. Direct for Team 5.
Four will bounce.
All right,
One will
4 is
also
bouncing.
bounce.
All right, 1 is also bouncing. Bounce closes in 5. All right, bounce is closed. This is direct for Team 5, I suppose.
Did only 4 and 6 pounds? Okay, no.
Yeah. No, 4 and 1 have bounced, I think.
Okay. Received answer.
Yeah, 4 and 1 have bounced.
Yeah.
So, Team 5.
The second team one is still there. Yeah. Good to go.
Can I answer?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So I'll go with Tchaikovsky for the composer, and the trait being that he had 6 fingers.
Okay, it passes on to Team 3 now. Team 3.
Yeah, extra fingers, not sure about the composer.
Could you come again, please? Team
The
3, could you please repeat the answer?
extra fingers, sure about the composer.
The voice is breaking. Is it just for me?
No. For everyone.
Yeah, we are just saying that he had extra fingers. We are not sure about what composer it was.
Oh, all right. So it passes on to Team 2 now.
I'm not sure about the composer, but the trait maybe that he was ambidextrous, that he could play with both the.
Passing on. Okay, passing on to Team 7.
I think if it's not Tchaikovsky, I'll go with Rachmaninoff. Maybe I don't know the trait personally.
Passing on to Team 6 now. Team 6. Last call, Team 6.
Tchaikovsky.
All right, then we're done with this round. Team 1 and 4 have passed. I think we can move on to the answers for now. So the answer is Sergei Rachmaninoff, and the physical trait is that he possessed extremely big hands. Could we know what all teams got it correct?
Yeah, team 1 and team 6 both get a -1. So -5 to team 1 and 6.
1 and 4.
I'm sorry, really sorry about that. Team 1 and 4.
I said
all right.
Rachmaninoff. Did you like?
Or yeah, we'll come to the
Yes, you'll be
direct.
getting.
Yeah.
All right. So are these scores for directs revealed? Can we move on to the next question?
Yeah, we'll clarify. Team 1 gets a -5, team 4 gets a -5, and team 7 gets a +5. Also, team 6 is facing some network issues. So, team 6, have you been able to fix it? We can wait for you a moment.
Yeah, we are back. We are back. Thanks.
Yeah, we are back.
All right. Yeah, let's move on to the next.
All right. So we can move on to the next question now. Question number 12. Despite emerging as a successful fantasy film series by collectively grossing over 1.5 billion worldwide, the author of the novels from which these films were adapted never sold the film rights to any production house in his entire lifetime. Reason being, he was skeptical that any cinematic adaptation would render the fantastical elements of the story realistically. It was only after seeing a demo reel of CGI animals, the writer's stepson gave the approval for a film adaptation. Apart from that, even after the writer's death, a conflict emerged between the fans of the book series on a particular issue. So you have to identify this book series, which is considered as a classic of children's literature, and you have to also recognize the issue that was raised by the fans. We are open on for bounce. This is, I suppose, a direct for Team 3.
Team 7 did give
Yes.
part points. So, this would be a direct to team 6.
Bounce is closing in 5. All right, so bounce is now closed. I suppose none of the teams have bounced. So this is a direct for Team 3. Team 3, please go ahead.
6 is direct.
Yeah, it's 6 is
Sorry?
direct. Because 7 answered. So 6 is direct.
All right, my bad. Team 6 is direct. Could somebody confirm, please? Yeah, all right. Team 6 is direct. I'm sorry for that. Team 6. Team 6, they were facing some internet connections. I hope that was sorted. Team 6, last call, either of the members. Or do we move on to the next team then?
But
All right, Team 5.
I'll go with Lord of the Rings for the book series and pass for the second one.
Moving on to Team 4 now.
It's where the wild things are and pass.
Or Team 3.
Alice in
So the
Wonderland. Sorry.
Chronicles of Narnia, we're not sure about what the issue was.
All right, Team 2.
Yeah, Alice in the Wonderland for the books. I'm not sure about the issue.
Team 1.
So I'll go with Chronicles of Narnia for the book series and nothing for the issue.
All right, Team 7.
Yeah, my guess was also Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah.
Achha, and for the issue?
Issue maybe I'll go with the betrayal of Edward. Was it? I think so. I'll just as a random guess at this point.
All right, so we're done for the rounds. Done for this round. Can we? I don't think any teams have bounced, so we can reveal the answer now. The answer is the book series is the Chronicles of Narnia, but the issue was that the reading order of the books. All right, none of the teams have gotten this answer right, so we can move on. Oh, Team 3 gets a +5, yes, part points. We can move on to the next question now. Question number 13. The protagonist and eventual anti-hero, image given below, of this popular fighting arcade game is named and modeled after a prominent Japanese
Team 5.
literary figure. Sorry?
Sorry, I just said we're bouncing.
All right. Figure of the 20th century. Works of this individual explore the interactions between traditional Japanese culture and the post-war world under American imperialism. Identify this author, who is also the subject of a critically acclaimed film. Pounce is now open.
4 is also bouncing.
All right, 4 is also bouncing. Pounce closes in 5.
I'll also bounce. Team 7 will also bounce.
All right, Team 7 pounces, and on that we close the bounces. So this is a direct for which team?
Three said.
Could someone
Narnia.
confirm?
This is a direct to Team 2.
Direct Team 2, all right, Team 2. Direct to Team 2, right?
Is it direct to me, right?
Yeah, direct to Team 2.
So the character is Kazuya Mishima and the author is Yukio Mishima, I think.
Yes, that is correct. Can we reveal the answers, please? The answer is indeed Yukio Mishima.
Yeah. On the pounds, teams 4, 5, and 7 get a +10.
All right, great. So we can move on to the next question now. Direct with Team 2 got it right. So I think this is a direct for Team 1. Yeah, so this film, known to be an unconventional pioneer of its genre, became a cultural icon for many reasons. Among these is its soundtrack, which contains songs from musical groups like Mamra, Hall & Oates, The Smiths, Simon and Garfunkel. It was later revealed that there was a particular reason behind the musical choices and what they hinted at. So you have to guess the reason behind this soundtrack choice. Pounce is open now. Bounce closes in 5. Bounce is being closed now. I don't think any of the teams have bounced. So this is a direct for team 2, I suppose, right?
Team 1.
Team one.
Sorry, team 1. Team 1.
So these depict the 500 days of summer will be, I guess.
We're looking for the reason behind soundtrack choice.
Pass, I think that is.
All right, moving on to team 7.
I'll pass as well.
Team 6.
I mean, I guess the one thing that pops up from like when we mentioned 500 Days of Summer is that both the characters had like a shared affinity of old like music, especially the Smiths, with the iconic elevator scene and all.
Passes on to the next team.
Passing.
All right, team 4, I guess, right? Team 4 or team 5?
Is it force?
Has team 5 given their answer? Then it has to be
Yeah, I
team
passed.
4. All right, team 4 then.
Yes, these groups somehow disbanded or broke up, like Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes, that is in fact correct. Can we move on to the answer? It is in fact 500 Days of Summer, and the reason is that all the bands or duos mentioned have broken up. So none of the teams had bounced, and I think team 4 got it correct, right? So we can move on to the next question. That is question number 15, a direct for team 3. Given below is a painting from a series of paintings titled Deep Focus. Most of the paintings are inspired from movie stills with protagonists in a hopper-like setting. This is in line with other works by the same artist, which are sprinkled with references to early literary works. You have to ID the painter and the movie.
4 is sponsored.
Bounce is open now, direct for team 3. Bounce closes in 5. Bounce is closed. And I think team 4 has bounced. So this is direct for team 3. Team 3, please go ahead.
Pass.
Team 2.
So the painter is Bob Dylan, like the literary work done by that.
You have to identify the movie as well.
I'll pass for that. Pass.
All right, passing on to team 1.
So I'll go with Bob Dylan as well. And this depicts the rainy nights and movie being Taxi Driver.
Passing on to team 7.
Yeah, my guess was Bob Dylan and Taxi Driver as well.
All right, passing on to team 6.
I don't have a guess for painter, but I guess the movie is In the Mood for Love.
Passing on to team 5.
For the movie, I'll say A Streetcar Named Desire and painter being Bob Dylan.
All right, and I think 4 has bounced, so we're done for this round. All right. So the answer, the painter is in fact Bob Dylan, and the movie is In the Mood for Love. Surprisingly, no one could get both of these two collectively. And Team 4 gets it correct. So we can move on to the next question. Team 4
Excuse
gets
me,
plus.
team 6
Yes.
got the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So you will be getting part points for the getting half
Someone
the
said
points.
Bob Dylan as well. So which
Well,
team was it? Which first said Bob Dylan?
yeah, team 2.
Yeah. So +5 to team 2, +5 to team 6, and +10 to team 4.
All right. So we can move on to the next question now. This is direct for team 2 and will mark the end of this round. Direct to team 5, I'm sorry. So question number 16, a National Basketball Association NBA team from the state of California was given a one-word name as a tribute to the ballistic missile manufacturing industry based in the city. However, the franchisee was sold and had to relocate to a southern state. Despite the relocation, the team did not change their name because of the relevance of the name in the new location due to a certain center of cosmic relevance being situated in the city. This thing of relevance has become popular thanks to a reference in a famous film about an unfulfilled plan. The name has stuck since then. So you have to ID the name, the new city the team relocated to, and the contextual relevance of the city. This is has three parts. Pounce is now open.
For the name, you mean the original name? Aren't the first two parts same? As in the name of the team would contain the new city also, right?
Yeah. So for the first part, we're just looking for the franchise name. For the second part, we're looking for the new city that they relocated. So yeah, if you just give us the full name of the new city team, the team based in the new city, that's fine. But yeah, we need the name of the franchise and the city.
We'll be closing Pounce in
4 will
Pounce is now being
pounce.
closed.
Team 1 is pouncing.
Can you allow 4 pounds?
Cheek, all right. So team 4 and team 1 are pouncing. This is a direct for team 5, right? So the teams, please type in your answers.
You need something more, but you take a look at 4's answer.
Yeah, good enough.
All right. So the teams have sent in the answers. So this was a direct for team 5. Team 5, please go ahead.
I'll go with Rockets for the name, the city being Houston, the contextual relevance being the line Houston, we have a problem from Apollo 13.
We'll have to pass it to team. Acha, all right, it is correct. So we can move on to the answer slide now. The name is in fact Rockets, and the new city the team relocated to is Houston, formerly based out of San Diego, and the contextual relevance is NASA's Johnson Space Center. Houston, we have a problem from Apollo 13. So that marks the end of this round. Can we have a score check, please? +10 to team 1 and team 4.
Viveka, are you there? Or score announced further, please.
The last question was +5 team 4, right?
No, in the last question, you mean this particular question or the question number 15?
This question.
Yeah, in this question.
Last team, sorry, could you come again, please?
So in this question, what was the score?
Team
this
1,
question,
4 and 5 plus 10.
Okay. Just a second. Okay, so the scores are 20 for team 1, 25 for team 2, 13 for team 3, 63 for team 4, 35 for team 5, 10 for team 6, and 25 for team 7.
Team 5 is on 45, I believe.
So in this ongoing round, you got 2 questions right. So that is 20, and in the round before, you got 25. Yeah, so that makes it 45. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with the spreadsheet.
Okay, so I hope you're done with score checks. Now, Christy can take over. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thank you, Yashasvi. I think the next direct is to team 6. Can anyone confirm? Is the next direct to team 6? Sujit?
Yeah, this is, we're starting a new round. Team 1, the direct is for team 1, and we'll go clockwise.
All right. So here we have 2 movies of different genres. Blow Up, which revolves around the story of a London-based fashion photographer who believes he has unwittingly captured a murder on film. And the next movie that we have is Weekend at Bernie's, which is a story about 2 young insurance corporation employees who carry their dead boss Bernie around the beach house, leading to hijinks and cops desecration galore. Despite being movies of completely different genres, there still lies a common thread that connects both the movies. One that pays tribute to the former and acts as a source of inspiration for the latter. You have to find the common thread that connects both these movies. Pounce is open.
4 will bounce.
All right.
It's just the film that connects is fine.
Yeah, the common thread that connects both of these movies. Pounce closes in 5. Pounce is closed. Can we have the answers, Team 4?
Yeah, I've sent.
Yeah, received the answer.
All right. So Team 1, can we have the answer?
So I would guess that they use the same body for both films.
Passing on to Team 2.
Same cast maybe that played the major role in either of the films.
Team 3.
I think 3 has left. They were facing some issues, so they had to go.
All right. Team 4 Pounce. So Team 5.
I'll pass.
Team 6.
Our guess is the Connect is Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock.
Team 7.
I'll pass as well.
All right. I think we can move on to the answer. The Connect is Jahnavi Duyaro, which was inspired by Blow Up, and the same served as an inspiration to Weekend at Bernie's. Plus 10 to Team 4. They got it correct. So the next direct is to Team 5. The question talks about a literary project started in the beginning of the decade, recently came into more light as it got international recognition. The idea of the project was to work with women from the most marginalized communities on the region and use the production and distribution of a broadsheet as a radical pedagogical tool. The question asks, what is being talked about? Pounds is open.
Oral pounds.
This is a direct to team 2 and not 4.
Context is enough, right? Or do you
Team,
need a
sorry,
specific project?
team 2. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you want the specific project or just the context is enough as in why it came to?
Team 18, team 7 will also pounds.
No, we want the project. Sorry, team 4 pounds, Dan.
Team 7.
All right.
Team 7 will need a better answer.
Okay.
Was team 7 the only team which had pounced?
Team 4 as well.
I'll not pounce. 4 is not pounce.
All right. Pounds is closed.
Yeah, receive team 7.
All right. Team 2, can we have the answer?
Pass.
Team 3 has left. Team 4.
So this is Writing with Fire got nominated for this documentary. The literary project is the newspaper run by Dalit women. Can't recall the name.
All right. Team 5.
I'll pass.
Passing on to team 6.
Is this Khabar Lahariya?
That is indeed correct. The literary project was Khabar Lahariya. Plus 10 to team 7. Yeah. The next direct is to, if I'm not wrong, team 3.
No, team 6 give the entire answer. So the next direct would be to team 7.
Acha, team 7.
And on this question, team 7 gets a plus 10 and team 6 gets a plus 10. Are we going to give part points to team 4 for giving the context, right?
Actually, the question just asked the literary project.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so this is a direct to team 7. Can we move on to the question? Yeah. So developed in 1970 and advanced to more than 17 versions since its inception, this stringed instrument was ironically developed by a prominent lawyer of Pakistan. Up until today, the only person who has been able to play this instrument has been the developer's daughter. And with the entire family being majorly associated with music, the instrument was strummed by the women during a live studio performance by her sons in 2016 in the 9th season of a popular music recording program. You have to identify the instrument that is being talked about in the question. Pounds is open. We'll close the pounds in 5.
Pouncing. Team 1 is pouncing.
All right. Pounds is closed.
Receive team 1 pounds.
All right. Team 7, can we please have the answer?
Yeah, is it the Sagar Veena and the show will be Coke Studio?
That is correct.
it's Sagarvina. So the next direct will be for team 1.
On this question, plus 10 to team 1 and 7.
So the question asks, when proposed by this party to drape his dead body with the party flag, the family of this former Lok Sabha speaker from West Bengal rejected the same on the grounds of the expulsion from the party in 2008. Instead, his body was draped with something of which he was a part of for half a century. You have to identify what his body was draped with. Pounds is open. Remember that this is a MELAS question.
Team 7 will bounce.
All right. We're closing the pounds in 5. Pounds is closed.
Yeah, I received pounds.
All right. Team 1, can we please have the answer? Team 1.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
So is this the Mohan Bagan club logo?
Can you improve a bit on that?
Like what do I say? Like football club's logo, the Mohan Bagan football club thing's flag.
Yeah, exactly. That's the correct answer. The flag of Mohan Bagan. One of those is
basically. Okay, ठीक है.
I just needed the word flag. Sorry. All right. So plus 10 to team 7 and team 1. The next question is direct to team 2. A pediatrician by degree and a former Democratic congressional candidate for the United States House of Representatives, this novelist is majorly known for a novel which depicts the story of a refugee's experience when her homeland was invaded in 1979. The novel, published in 2015, is often compared to another popular writer's work, which are also based on the war invasion in the same place and revolve around the same theme of children and family. You have to identify the novel and the other author whose works is compared to it. Reopening the pounds. All right, we'll be closing the pounds in 5. Pounds is closed. Team 2, can we please have the answer?
Pass.
Team 3.
The 3 left, I think, so we can go to 4.
Oh, sorry. Team 4.
The other author, I'll guess Khaled Hosseini, and don't know about the novel. Pass it.
Team 5.
Khaled Hosseini for the author, and the novel is Persepolis.
Passing on to team 6.
Yeah, our guess is novel Persepolis, and the other author is Anne Frank.
Passing on to team 7.
I think I'll guess the other author to be Salman Rushdie, and I don't know the novel.
Okay, passing on to team 1.
So, like the novel by the person mentioned in the question would be The Pearl That Broke Its Shell of the Afghanistani War, and the other person would be Khalid Hosseini, and his novel being The Kite Runner.
I think we can move on to the answer. The name of the book is When the Moon is Low, which is compared to Khalid Hosseini's works.
Who's the author? The first one.
The author is Hosseini's work. It's compared with Hosseini's work. All right. Can we get a score check, Sujit? I think one of the teams should get a part points for.
Team 4 gets a +5.
All right. Moving on to the next question, which is the direct for team 3. So the collaboration between an iconic fashion brand and a famous contemporary artist saw the brand in new colors, literally. The monogram printed products went on to become an iconic item, appearing among the possessions of celebrity influencers in the 2000s. Identify the collaborators and the product. Despite the end of this collaboration, this artist maintained ties with the brand through his projects with one of their former creative directors. We have an image on the next slide. So you have to identify the product and the designer. Pounce is open.
Could you go back to the question, please?
By the designer, you mean the artist, right? Or the brand?
Yeah, we need the designer and the product.
No, the designer, by designer, you mean the contemporary artist.
Yeah, the contemporary artist. So basically, the question is asking for a collaboration that has happened with the contemporary artist and the fashion brand. I think through that, you can derive to the product and the designer as well. We're opening the pounds. We'll be closing the pounds in 5. I think we can close the pounds. Since none of the teams have pounds, team 3, can we have the answer?
It's
No,
team 5
5
says, right?
team 5.
Sorry, team 5.
I'll go with Takashi Murakami for the designer, pass on the product.
All right, team 6.
Yeah, we'll pass.
Team 7.
Yeah, the designer, I'll go with Murakami again. The product, I'll go for the Louis Vuitton handbag.
That's the correct answer. The collaboration was between Louis Vuitton bags and Takeshi Murakami. So +10 to team 7.
I think I'll get part points because I think team 5 said Murakami. I'm not sure.
Sujit, can you clarify this?
Yeah, which was the first team which said Murakami? Was it team 5?
Yeah, it was team 5.
You mentioned Murakami, right? So +5 to team 5. And team 7 gave us Murakami and Louis Vuitton. So a plus 10 to team 7.
All right. So I think this is a direct to team 1. So we have 2 images which are stills from the MV of Monster by Irene and Sulki. You have to identify the movie referenced over here. These are stills from the movie Monster, and it has a reference to another movie. So you have to identify the movie from which it is referenced. Pounds is open.
Just a clarification, is it a single movie or there are 2 different movies?
No, this is a single movie. It's Monster.
Isn't Monster the music video, like the name of the music video? I'm not sure.
Can someone please clarify this?
Yeah, I think Monster is the music video, and the music video referenced a movie from the past. So you need to identify that movie, not the movie. The MV is music video. Say.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be closing the pounds in 5. Pounds is closed. Team 1, can we have the answer?
So for the left, I'll go with Tale of Two Sisters, and for the right, I'll go with Titanic.
Passing on to team 2.
I want the right one, Titanic. Else pass.
Team 3.
Three is not here.
Team 4.
Yes, Suspiria.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. All right. So 10 points to team 4. The next question is a direct to team 5. The clip in the next slide is a montage from the TV show Arrested Development. The narrator of the show says that the montage would have been funnier accompanied by a suitable song from a very well-known band, but who has the money? Instead, the creators of the series made a song parody by changing the second word of the song title. So you have to identify the famous song and the parody name. Video is on the next slide. So maybe you can play it once.
Is the audio supposed to play? Can't hear it.
No, the audio isn't supposed to play.
So you have to identify the famous song and the parody name. Pounds is open. We'll be closing the pounds in 5. And pounds is closed. Team 5, can we please have the answer?
I'll pass.
Are we taking the pounds? Because
Sorry, I said I pass.
oh, you'll pass. Sorry. Team 6.
Team 6 also passes.
Could you
Team
show the
7.
video again?
Should I go ahead with my guess or?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I'll just guess that since it's the Arrested Development, and I'll guess the parody name. Is it the Bluthman Group?
Passing on to team 1.
I'll pass.
All right, passing on to team 2.
Pass.
Team 3. Team 4.
Let's guess Pinball Wizard was who. I don't know what they
Uh, Actually not. The correct answer is Yellow Submarine. Name of the parody is Yellow Boat. All right. I think we can Romana, maybe you can take over.
All right, sure. I'll take over from here. So we are moving for the fourth round anti-clockwise. So I think the direct will be of team 4.
Team 8, Team 8 ka director, and yeah, we're going anti-clockwise. Also, could we have a score check, Devika?
Team 8 isn't there, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Team 7, that's what I meant. Sorry. Team 7's direct, and Devika, could we have the score check, please?
Okay, so team 1 is at 40 points, team 2 is at 25 points, team 3 is at 13 points, team 4 is at 88 points, team 5 is at 50 points, team 6 is at 20 points, and team 7 is at 65 points.
Okay, I hope there are no objections from any of the teams. Yeah, let's start with the last round of the quiz. Over to Romana.
All right, so moving to question number 5. Earlier this year, the residents of a small Russian town requested an American director known for his aesthetic deception of violence to save a particular house. The house in question belonged to the uncle of an author whose most famous work was never legally published in his home country during his lifetime. This uncle of his is also the inspiration for the protagonist of the aforementioned work. So the question is that you have to name the author discussed above and the director who was asked for help. Pounce is open.
Just one clarification. It says aesthetic description of violence, but deception is also far from truth, but it's description of violence.
Closing the bounds in 5. All right, so I assume none of the teams bounced, I guess. So to team 7.
For the director, I would say maybe Quentin Tarantino. And since it's in Russia, maybe I'll go with the author of Dr. Zhivago. I think this is his name. Pasternak something.
Absolutely correct. This is Boris Pasternak and the his uncle's house, which who was the inspiration for Dr. Zhivago, and of course they went with Tarantino. So nice, great answer. I don't think anyone pounced though on this. Yeah.
No bounce.
I'll carry on this.
All right, so the next question, direct to team 6. Question number 26. In the sequel to a classic sci-fi movie, a test is conducted on the protagonist. The test contains lines from an early 60s novel that consists of a lengthy poem. Later on, one of the characters from the movie is even shown owning a copy of this novel in one of the scenes. One theory regarding the presence of this book in the film is that it related to a misunderstanding regarding a memory. So you have to identify which film and book. Direct to team 6 and pounce is open. Closing the bounce on 5. All right, bounce closed. So team 6.
Total Recall is the film. Not sure about the book.
All right, team 5.
The sequel is Blade Runner 2049. And for the book, I'll just go with Two Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Team 4.
Blade Runner 2049 and I guess To Kill a Mockingbird.
Could you please repeat the second part?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, all right. Team 3.
Not here, so team 2 now.
Oh, team 2.
Pass.
Team 1.
Pass.
Team 7.
Yeah, I had the same list. Blade Runner 2049 and Two Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. Yeah.
All right, so part 1 was correct by team 5, team 4, and team 7, but the second part was verified. So I think part points to team 5. That's the guess correct. All right, so question number 27. Given here is an image from which you have to identify the pop culture reference. Bounce open. Closing the bounce on 5. This is team 4's time. All right, bounce closed. Team 4.
Just guess 10 things I hate about it.
Team 3. Team 3 is not here, sorry, team 2.
13 Reasons Why.
Team 1.
This is a calendar for the chronology of the breakup between Ross and Rachel.
Team 7.
I feel it's a Taylor Swift reference, but I don't know exactly. I feel it's a Taylor Swift reference.
Team 6.
Pass.
Pass.
Team 5.
No idea. Pass.
All right, so I assume none of the teams got it correct. And we show the answer slide then. So these were actually the lyrics of the song 813, just below the dates was mentioned, the specified lyrics. All right, so moving on to the next question, direct to team 3. What is the misheard lyric? This misheard lyric became a hot topic of discussion in our country during 2015. The actual word that was misheard is a word invented by Shakespeare to describe a way of walking with style. This word was later popularized by Jay-Z and was declared as the hip hop word of 2011. Pounds open.
Team 5 answer.
Team 5 bounces. Any other team 51 pounds?
Team 5 could also give some more context to this.
Yeah, sure.
All right, closing the bounce in 5.
Whose direct is this?
It's a team 3's direct. All right,
Is
bounce
that
close.
good enough for the bounce?
Team 3 isn't here, so is it direct to team 2 or team 4?
Oh yeah, then it goes direct to team 2. All right, so bounce closed. Team 2.
Something around the word swag, like
You can work upon it a little more. You can associate it with some lyric or something.
pass.
All right, team 1.
I don't exactly remember the song, but this was something to do with swagger and sweaters. Like there was a misconception back in 2015.
Because can you remember the song? Or a little something a little close to it?
Like, is this closer?
It is.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Was your answer closer? Team 1?
Yeah, the
song,
confusion, the song being closer and the confusion being swagger and sweater, like in that line.
Song
Unfortunately,
was not closer. I thought you meant closer to the answer. Your answer closer to the actual answer. I thought you said.
let's pass to team 7.
Pass to team 7.
Yeah, I have no clue. I'll pass it.
Team 6.
Yeah, the misheard lyrics is Banno Tera Sweater and Banno Tera Swagger.
Absolutely correct. Team 6 getting it right.
Yeah, so team 5 gets a plus 10 on pounds, a plus 10 to team 6 for giving the complete answer, and a plus 5 to team 1 for getting the words of the lyric correct. So plus 5 to team 1, plus 10 to team 5 and team 6. Next question would be a direct to team 5.
All right, so in this clip from the movie Paper Downs, this particular revenge scene is said to be inspired from another scene from a cult classic. A specific phrase said to be an old message from a place in southern Europe is referenced here, which was also seen in the classic. So the question is, what is the phrase? And you'll be shown a clip as well. Can we move on to the clip?
Could someone clarify if we need the audio for this or not? Any of the quiz setters, do we need the audio for this?
I suppose you can, not gonna make a huge difference, so might as well just play the audio.
So this was the clip. This is the question, and you have to name the phrase.
Team
Bounce is
7 will
open.
bounce. Team 7 bounce.
Team 1 is bouncing.
If there are no other teams, then closing the bounce in 5. All right, so bounce closed. Direct to team 5.
I'll just go with I'll make him an offer he can't refuse from The Godfather.
All right, team 4.
Are there any points for the other scene, inspiration? Other points for that?
No. We gain points only.
Okay, then I'll pass.
Team 2.
Pass. Pass.
Team 1 and 7 have bounced. Team 6.
Yeah, pass.
All right, so can we move on to the answer slide, please? Plays with sleep with the fishes from The Godfather.
Yeah, so on pounds, team 1 and 7 both get plus 10.
Coming to the next question, direct to team 4. Identify the movement. This literary movement began towards the end of the last century when authors from this continent wanted to move away from a particular genre that had dominated the literary scene in the region. It is characterized by more urban and contemporary settings that include sex, drugs, and pop culture. The name of this movement is a pun on a famous fictional city and entities that became very popular in the 1990s, like a fast food chain and the computer. So it is a direct to team 4, but bounce open. Closing the bounce in 5. All right, bounce closed. Team 4.
Pass.
Team 2.
New wave science fiction.
Team 1.
Fictional city might be Atlantis, so we'll go with at Macintosh.
Team 7.
I'll pass.
Team 6.
Our guess is Gothic from Gotham.
Team 5.
Pass.
All right, so can we move to the answer slide? So the answer was Macendo. All right, so the next question to direct to team 2. What was happening 16 kilometers away? The special effects of Space Odyssey 2001 required shooting several seconds per frame to obtain the deep focus effects. This excruciating slow process was used to shoot the beautiful space station model that rotates majestically above Earth. However, when this footage was reviewed, the entire sequence was ruined due to 3 blurry frames caused by vibrations caused by the camera crew who were excited about something happening about 16 kilometers away from the studio in UK. What was happening 16 kilometers away? Direct to team 2, but before that, bounce is open. Closing the bounce.
Is it my direct?
It's the direct to team 2.
Okay, 2. So I like to bounce.
You'd like to bounce team 1. Okay. Closing the bounce on 5. All right, bounce closed. Team 2.
Maybe some space related phenomenon.
You can. All right, if that is the final answer, then
Yeah.
team 1 bounce. So team 7.
Maybe the UK general elections.
Team 6.
It is about Premier League. Okay. Man U won the cup. I don't know. Pass.
You're going to pass.
Okay. Let me take a guess. Manchester United won the cup, won the Premier League cup. That's our guess.
Team 5.
I'll pass.
Team 4.
Yes, they were witnessing the launch of something from possibly maybe Yuri Gagarin's. Right.
All right, so team 1 had bounced, and I think none of the teams got it exactly right. So can we move to the answer slide? So the answer was that they were excited about the 1966 World Cup final, England versus Germany, which was happening.
Yeah, and team 1 gets a +10 on the bounce.
All right. So
Before moving on to the last question, let's have a score check. Devika, please tell us how the teams stand.
One is at 65. Team 2 is at 25. Team 4 is at 88. Team 5 is at 65. Team 6 is at 30. And Team 7 is at 85. Is that right? Does anyone have any conclusions? Okay.
Thank you, Devika. Yeah. Let's move to the last.
all right, moving on to the last question. Direct to Team 1. Which movie series and what is the paradox? Known to have inspired an animated series with the same concept and dynamics of eccentric characters, this 1985 classic movie series comes in installments, each of them having references to numerous famous things, including a famous underwear brand and a bootstrap paradox related to a famous rock and roll icon. Direct to Team 1, Pounce is open.
Team 2 will pounce.
All right. Closing the bounce in 5. Bounce closed. Team 1.
So movie, I'll go with Back to the Future and
Just
Paradox.
Just a second. Team 2 is still bouncing. Let's wait for them. Yeah,
Oh, all
good to
right.
go. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll go with Back to the Future being the movie, and like the concept about bootstrap being about someone not aging, and rock and roll icon, I'll go with someone from the Beatles, maybe Paul McCartney or something.
All right. So Team 7.
I'll also go with Back to the Future and the paradox. Maybe when Marty McFly sings that song, which their parents hadn't heard, which was I think Johnny B. Good. Maybe that is the answer.
Correct. Team 1 and Team 7 got correct on Back to the Future. And for the second part, Team 7 gets it absolutely correct. Can you show the answer slide, please? So yeah, Back to the Future and Johnny B. Good Paradox.
Sorry, who got point? Question.
Team 7 gets a full 10 for getting it all right, and Team 1 gets a half.
And on pounds, Team 2 gets a -5.
Team 1 got how many points?
Yeah, Team 1 gets a +5. Team 7 gets a +10. And Team 2 gets a -5.
Okay, got it.
Also, if you could tell us the final scores.
So the final scores are Team 1 is at 70 points, Team 2 is at 20 points, Team 4 is at 88 points, Team 5 is at 65 points, Team 6 is at 40 points, and Team 7 is at 95 points.
All right. So from what I got, Team 7 finishes
That-
first.
Yeah.
Team 5 following them is Team 5, and close behind is Team 4. Is that correct?
No, Team 4 is at number 2 because they have 58 points. And then Team 5.
Okay.
No, wait. And then Team 1 because they have 70 points.
स्क्रीन शेयर कर देना स्कोर कार्ड दिखा दे
Yeah, let's do that. David, would you be able to share the screen?
I have opened the score sheet on my phone. So
All right. Give us a second.
मुझे करने दे मैं करता हूँ screen
All
share.
right.
परमिशन देनी पड़ेगी सुजीत
Just a second. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Ankit, if
okay.
you could make a week.
Yeah, I made a big post for that.
Yeah.
Guys, दिख रही है screen?
Yes.
So team 7, I think 95 points का जीती है. Second is team 4, right?
So 7 finishes first. Second is team 4, and finally third is team 1. Okay, so yeah, I'll just need to keep track of this. Right. Amazing. So yes, this was pretty long finals. Thank you all for staying back. This was incredible to host you. Had a great time making the quiz and hosting it as well. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any cash money we can give, but you all have our love and respect. So thank you again. See you next year, or maybe this year as well. We might host some new quizzes. So stick around. Goodbye.
Great set, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great set, guys. Thank you.
Lovely.